Career Center presents Alumni Talks, a series of episodes featuring success stories from our very own trailblazers, sharing lessons and experiences to help you jumpstart your career. Tell your story, share your lessons, create your own future.
Our second guest for tonight is currently an independent business builder of Young Living Essential Oils. Please help me welcome Ms. Tricia Sandalo. Hello, Ms. Trish. Welcome to Alumni Talks. Kamusta?
Hi, Grace.
Hi. Would you like to greet our live viewers for tonight?
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm so excited for this talk. And yes, let's do it.
Okay. So let's begin our chikahan by telling us your journey here in USDP. What was the program and batch that you graduated from?
So I graduated last 2012. I bachelor's in public administration. I believe that's no longer available there in the university, but I was a shifty. I was an information technology student, but that was not my choice. So I shifted to the course that I really like, which was public administration.
Okay. So when you shifted into another course, what were the factors that you had to consider at that time? Was there someone or something that influenced your decision?
Yeah, well, at first, I didn't really like to be enrolled in Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. I just had to enroll because that time I was a scholar since I was a Sangguniang Kabataan Counselor, and public administration was not included in the scholarship. So I just tried to, to make myself fit with the course, but unfortunately it wasn't really for me, since I am really an outgoing person. I love talking, I love, expressing my thoughts, and I cannot do that with IT. Well, that's personally my take. So when I looked at the courses offered during my time, and I saw their Bachelor in Public Administration, and also that time I was still a Sangguniang Kabataan, and so I told my mom that I want to shift to public administration, and there was no one who influenced me. I just take it myself.
Okay. I think I can see where you were coming from at that time, because you would really know if something is not for you, right? You would feel it in your guts, and you wouldn't be able to thrive into doing something that you love, that you really love doing, if you're not into the kind of situation that you want to be, involved with, right? And in that case, the course. Okay, can you walk us through your career experience? Where did you start working, and what you're currently doing?
So when I was already a college student, in that time it's MUSTPA, it's Mindanao University of Science and Technology. That time I was already doing a lot of side jobs. So you see, even at a very young age, I was already exposed to, I already know the value of earning money, because I wanted to help my mom in, paying the photocopy, buying our own worksheets and all. And I want to help my mom since I was no longer a scholar that time. So I was already a service crew with McDonald's around second year college. So I was still 16 years old that time. At the same time, I forgot to share it also with you that I was a call center agent with Arriba Teleconta. At the same time, I was enrolled with public administration, since our classes starts at evening, like from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So I have a lot of free time in the morning, and sometimes I do a hosting job. And after I graduated, I then went to Manila at the age of 19. So diretso. I don't know, I really love to work kaagad that time. And then when I went to Manila, I also worked as a call center agent with Convergys as a as a Citibank fraud early warning in the Citibank fraud early warning department. And then after that, I then worked as a bank teller with BDO for 2 years. I actually went back to Netherlands because I thought Europe was for me. Came home after 10 days and then worked again as a customer service associate with Bank of the Philippine Islands. And then 2 years after also, so that was 2016, I got married. And after I got married, a month after, I got pregnant. So that was the turning point in my life, because that time when I already was pregnant, I told myself that I want to be able to take care of my family. You know, that's really my dream,
Right.
to be able to take care of my husband and my child. And with my schedule in the bank, I cannot do that because, you know, we wake up early.
True,
And then we
true.
come home late. So parang we don't have time. Akala ko before, when I got married, I will have all the time in the world with my husband. That's how I was so in love. I mean, I'm still in love. But kasi when we were already married, I told myself, "Uy, this is not how life is pala." You don't have all the time. So then, I decided to quit my job because I really wanted to take care of my husband and our soon-to-be child. It was already, by the way, 5 years old right now. And then after that, I went pa into online teaching, you know, BizMates. I taught Japanese professionals how to teach English. And then, suddenly talaga, I then came upon a post from my friend who talked about the oils, and then I didn't know that there is a business side to it. And because I love sharing, I love talking, you know, when you love the products that you like, or even the service
Right.
that you love to share it with other people. So I then realized that Young Living Essential Oils is a network marketing company or a direct sales company. So that's where I'm now. I've been in the company for like almost 5 years now. In fact, longer pa yung experience ko with Young Living Essential Oils as a business builder kesa nung pagiging bank teller ko. So that's it.
Okay. Listening to you telling us your career experience, you have a very varied and very wide experience. Would you say that the course that you graduated in college is aligned to your current profession or to what you're doing right now?
Well, that's a very nice question. Actually, I cannot say that it's connected with what I'm doing right now, but the course where I enrolled has a huge impact because we were exposed with our if you check our curriculum sa business, sa bachelor's in public administration, you would see that there's a lot of management, accounting, and then rhetorics and debate. So that time when I was in college, I was really exposed with talking in front of my classmates, you know, doing all the debates and management and policy studies. And I can certainly say that I can apply that in my business right now, because right now I am a leader of 9,000 people in our organization. So I can say that somehow it helped me, but it's not really connected. Kasi I believe public administration more on public offices, which I'm no longer involved.
So somehow it's aligned to your course before indirectly. You know,
Yeah,
the
correct.
experiences and the things that you had to do before are actually helpful to what you're doing right now, right?
Yes, correct. And when I was also in college, I was very active with joining academic contests like storytelling contests, extemporaneous speech. So those things, and I was also one of the students who hosted most of the events during my time in school, during intramurals, or other activities that time. So that really helped me to become who am I today.
Right.
You know, it helped me enhance my skills.
Right.
And yeah.
Okay. Well, I know that you mentioned earlier that majority or the greater part of your reasons why you had to stop working and shift into entrepreneurship is the setting in your family, right? You want to spend more time in your kids and with your husband. But apart from that, were there or is there any other reason why you had to, where you decided to just stop working and then focus on being an entrepreneur, apart from family reasons?
Actually, no, I can't find any reason. Because my family, when I got married, they are already my number one priority. And you know, you can only have your family once.
True.
You can choose a lot of jobs or you know whatever fits you. But I always believe that my number one purpose is to become a good wife and a good mother to my children. So that was really the reason why I resigned, because I cannot compromise my child's life and my family life because of my career as a bank teller at that time. So yeah, that was my family talaga was the number one reason why I had to quit my job.
Okay. Actually, I can feel you and me both. I know where you're coming from on that because I'm also a mother and I have 2 kids. And actually, working from home is actually very rewarding in a sense that you know you get to do a lot of things in just one setting. Like you can do work and then be productive with a lot of other things and be still with your kids, right? But I'm curious what it's like in a day of Miss Tricia. Can you walk us through from the time that you wake up and the time that you went down?
Yeah, so thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share what my life looks like. So as a stay-at-home, as a work-at-home mom, we don't have yaya, I don't have house helper. So I'm very hands-on when it comes to the house. I wake up early, I prepare breakfast, then sometimes I ask my husband to help prepare breakfast with me. And then very first thing I do before anything else is I get my journal, read my devotions, because it's very important that you start your day with the Lord. You'll be guided for the rest of your day once you read kahit one verse lang every day. And then after that, I take good care of the kids, pinapaliguan, normal, and then play with them. And then after that, I would check my members in my organization and then would send some infographics or things that would really help them maximize their young living products. And then I would prepare for lunch just like a normal mom would do, and then cook for lunch and then put them into sleep. And then when they're asleep, that's the time I do most of my work from home things like this one. They're upstairs right now. And so that's it. And then in the afternoon, I would prepare again for dinner, clean the house, and then before going to sleep, usually when they're already asleep, that's the time also I work so hard because para bang I take advantage of the time that they are asleep. And for me, that's my me time because it's already so quiet na sa bahay. So that's the time I get to clean the house again and check my team and do some work. So honestly, if I could ask the Lord to give me more than 24 hours, I would. So that's how my day, every day is. I think it's not that parang, how do you call it? I don't say it's boring because I'm home, but every day I really would say dali, parang in Bisaya I would say dali ra kayo ang oras. So that's how my day looks like.
Thank you for sharing your day with us. Looking at your career portfolio, you have a very diverse career experience, right? From being a service crew, I believe it was just a part-time stint, was it, right? In McDonald's, and then you had 2 stints as a customer service associate at 2 banks before you shifted your career to becoming an entrepreneur as an independent business builder. Can you share to us your career experience as an employee and then your decision to become an entrepreneur? I know that you said about your family already, but apart from that, was there any factors that you didn't like working in an environment or something like that? Other factors that you might have considered at that time?
Honestly, it's really very different. The setup is very different from working from home or having your own business.
True.
And then working with someone. I mean, working with someone like your boss. So in the banking industry, when I was a banker, the routine is just parang, how do you call it? Yung paulit-ulit lang. Like every day, I would open my computer, count money. That's not mine. And every day, I get anxious because, you're accountable of the money na hindi naman sa'yo. Parang that was one of the reasons that I told myself I'm not gonna do this forever because I think this is really not for me. And siguro also it's very I'm very blessed right now that I am my own boss. I mean, I manage my own time. I don't wake up 5 a.m. because of the traffic. I don't need to wear uniform every day. Like right now, you may see me very, very made up, but I'm just wearing my shorts. My career in the banking industry, it was really a nice experience because I get to have a huge network. You mean when you work as a bank teller, parang yung credibility mo, parang siyang magiging 100%. Like people would trust you because you're working in a bank. Diba? And not everyone gets to work in a bank. In fact, in BPI, where the last bank I worked with, they don't accept applicants if you have failing grades. Like dapat maximum of 2 failing grades lang. If you have more than 2, they won't accept you. And in fact, my work really helped me also to gain that confidence and to have credibility because some of my customers right now here in Young Living Essential Oils, some of them I've met them in the bank. So you get to meet different people from all walks of life in the bank. You get to work with, you get to know how their businesses started, like from rags to riches, and some from riches to rags because they weren't able to handle their money well. And yeah, I mean, I cannot say that my experience with the bank was bad, but I'm just blessed that I have now the freedom to choose, which is to manage my own business. And I believe yung experience ko also with the banking industry helped me with being flexible because when you're in a bank, you deal with different kinds of people every day. Like every day. And you meet a lot of people, entitled people. If I can share, like some of the people that I've met in the bank, some of the humblest, yung pinaka-humble na mga tao, are those who are richest. Yun yung parang na-learn ko sa bank. And those who have a lot to say, sila yung hindi masyadong sa life. Yung parang yung attitude ng tao nakita ko sa bank. As in like, because in the bank, businesses happens in the bank. They get loans, we serve clients like that. So I cannot say that my experience in the bank was bad, except lang for the time, because I want more time with my family. That's what I'm saying. And in the bank, you can't have much time for yourself because you go, diba, yung banking hours is like 8 to 4. But honestly, we're already in the bank before 8 and we go home mga almost 9 or
really?
Almost yeah. So that's it.
So what was the turning point that you totally shifted from being the career woman that you were before, office woman, to entrepreneur? Was it your first pregnancy?
Yeah, because I was really enjoying my work in the bank when I was still single. Having to choose what lipstick you would use every day.
True.
Being made up, and I would get to meet a lot of people, and then that was when I was single. But when I got married, so I worked in Surigao branch that time. I'm from Cagayan de Oro, but I was based in Surigao City. So when I got married, I requested to transfer from Surigao to Cebu, and then I was culture shocked because Cebu city life, Surigao province life, like very province life compared pa to Cagayan de Oro. And traffic, I would wake up 5 a.m., 8 p.m. pa yung work ko. And then, parang I don't like the fast-paced life. Like, parati kang nagmamadali. I didn't like that. It makes me anxious. Like, parang yung adrenaline, I didn't like that. And then, we would leave the house, hindi pa namin nahugasan yung plato. Kasi, malilate na.
True.
And then, when we arrived, yung kami ng asawa ko that time, hindi pa ako pregnant that time, we would have a lot of arguments because the dishes weren't washed yet, we didn't know what to cook pa, and as a wife, I felt sad, I felt frustrated because I believe that's my role to serve my husband. So that was actually the turning point, and then I told myself, I don't want to live a life like this forever, so this has to stop. Ganun talaga yung sinabi ko because I was already pregnant and I want to be able to take care of my child, being able to be with my child in every milestone ng life niya. I want to be there. So I know we have different choices in life. We have different dreams. I really respect mothers like you who choose to work but there's no wrong choice. It's just that my choice and my dream is actually to become a full-time mom. And not just that, kasi I realized I wanted to become a full-time mom at the same time being able to help my husband financially. And that's how Young Living Essential Oils really helped me as a business builder.
Okay. Hearing all your stories right now, your perspectives in life, I really admire you being able
Thank you.
I admire you for being able to had the will and the courage to do what you really want to do, even if that meant at first leaving everything behind. It's a good thing that you were able to find Young Living Essential Oils, because that's something that you get busy with apart from taking care of the kids. But not all moms get to do that, and you were very brave to just do it. I admire you so much for that. You're a very strong woman. Why don't you tell our live viewers for tonight what necessary skills you think one should possess to become successful in your field? Like me, right now, like I told you, I'm so amazed by what you said. What do you think would be the necessary skills that I should have or I should possess to be able to thrive in your field, in what you're doing right now?
I always believe that the things that I'm doing right now as a business builder, it can be learned. But there is one thing that you have to have in order to succeed, and that's discipline. Motivation doesn't come every day.
True.
But you have to be disciplined in, reaching for your goals, and you should also have a vision. The saying, those who have vision will flourish, those who don't perish. If you don't know what you want to achieve in life, if you don't know what your goal is, then you would be just randomly doing things and you won't get, it won't get you anywhere. I remember when I was in college, at a very young age, I already told myself that I'm going to be successful. I don't know, maybe because, different people, we came from different backgrounds. My experiences, siguro as a child, also helped me to really work hard. And yeah, so just to answer your question, you have to have discipline.
Discipline. Okay, noted. Thank you. As we know, we celebrate Women's Month every March. So happy Women's Month to you, Miss Trish. I'd like
Happy
to ask.
Women's Month to you too.
Thank you. I'd like to ask, have you drawn professional inspiration from other women? Tell us about someone who has inspired you in, many ways.
Well, I'm always inspired by my mother because I was raised by a single mother, and even if she was a single mother at the time, I never heard she badmouthed about my father, and she in fact she really was able to help me to send me to school with her own hard work. She's a very hardworking person, and that's what I admire her most. She told me once, academics, it's very important. I'm not saying that you don't have to be good in school, but you also have to be street smart.
Sure.
Because, or sabi pa nga nila, diskarte. You have to be madiskarte, not just wit. You also have to be wise. So I'm really inspired by her. Right now, now that I am a mom, I am more inspired by her because she raised 4 children, actually 5 of us, gracefully. Like if you're gonna see my mom right now, she looks younger than me. I don't know how she handles pressure with grace. And yes, I admire my mom so much.
No, that's very nice to hear. This is a story, women empowering other women. It could be our moms or friends or best friends, but nevertheless, we're empowering other women, right? So talking about empowered women empower, how important is networking with other women help you thrive in your own personal career? I know you mentioned about working in the bank, networking. You had met a lot of people there. So apart from that, how do you think how important that is, networking for other women?
I get to hear different stories from different mothers. I always believe, Grace, that once we become a mom, that doesn't mean that we stop chasing our dreams.
True.
I've talked with moms wherein they told me, kasi naging nanay na ako, I cannot do whatever I like. I want to empower women, moms, that no matter what age you are right now, no matter where you are in life right now, you always have hope. We need hope. When we go to heaven, when we die, when we go home to Jesus, we're not gonna be needing hope. But while we're still alive, we still have hope. Diba sabi nga, habang may buhay, may pag-asa. So I always want to empower women, especially moms, especially stay-at-home moms, that even if you're at the 4 corners of your home, taking care of your child, you still can reach your dreams. And I am a living proof of that, Grace. When I became a mom, I thought that that's how it's gonna be now. Na parang I'm not gonna be able to meet my friends outside. And then I prayed and asked God for wisdom. I told God, Lord, I was very specific with my prayer. When you pray, you have to be specific. You have to be specific with what you want. And then I told God, Lord, I need to make my business work. I can't go outside because nga I was a mom and I don't have yaya. I can't afford to pay my yaya at that time. And then God gave me a wisdom to be in social media. So I am doing business at home and in social media, and I don't know what happened. Maybe the Holy Spirit really guided me. We have grown to 9,000 people today, and it all started with me, a clueless mom, a clueless new mom. But I always believe in my heart that there is still hope, and that while we're here, we can still chase our dreams. And that's what I want my fellow moms to know.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I heard you and noted. Okay, how about young women? You've spoken to moms. How about young women who are just starting to work? What are some of the things or any tips that you would like them to know?
Let's I'd like to also speak to my younger self because when I was young, I thought I knew everything about life. I think that's part of life, di ba? Na parang we think we know everything and we don't want to be reprimanded. Ayaw natin pinagsasabihan tayo. Parang, I know what to do with my life. Yung ganong attitude. I want to encourage young women that you don't have to experience what others experience just so you would learn your lesson. What you should do is to learn from their experience and never do the wrong things they did. So, one of the things also that siguro I can say na mali sa ginawa ko when I was still young is hindi ako consistent. Like, if I don't like my job, I would quit. Parang ganun lang. If I didn't like the environment, I would quit. If I didn't like when I was in Europe, I already had that European dream. I was just, hindi lang parang the employer that time didn't follow our contract. But if I could turn back time, siguro it would have been better if I looked for another job. But then, I went home. So you have to be consistent and you have to be, and like what I said earlier, you have to have a vision. You have to know what you want in life so you will have a guide with everything you do. And before you do those things, you have to know your why. Why are you doing this? What's your purpose? You know why? WHY, what hurts you? When you're a mom, our whys are always our family. But you, if you're still young, you have to know your why. And if it's for yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, can you tell us how did USDP prepare you for the world of work?
Well, when I was in college, tinutukso nga ako ng mga friends ko from other schools na parang, I don't know if some of my colleagues experienced this, but minsan binubuli yung mga estudyante sa USDP because we're the scholars ng bayan. Our tuitions are very affordable compared to the other universities. But like what I always tell them, yung finals nila ay quiz lang natin. So parang that alone, the trainings in our school really taught me well, in not just academically, but because we were also exposed to various activities, extracurricular activities, which also helped me. And I'm very grateful with my alma mater because it really helped me to become who am I today. And I also want to take this opportunity to honor Dr. Joe Mark Libre. He was once a faculty staff here in USDP. He was the person, or he was the teacher and a friend at the same time. He was the only person who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. And if you get to meet one person who believed in you, even if you don't believe in yourself, then maybe maybe that person are seeing potentials in you na kahit ikaw hindi mo nakikita. So I'd like to honor him because of him. I learned to believe in myself too.
I'm so happy to hear that. I know Sir Libre too. Okay, so what career advice would you give to our fellow trailblazers tuning in right now, whether they're fellow alumni or students, and how they can thrive in the world of work?
In the world of work, you have to learn how to be flexible. Hindi pwede yung sarili nyo lang yung iniisip nyo. Hindi pwede na
I agree.
Boss nyo yung mag-a-adjust sa inyo.
Yes.
You have to learn how to blend in, and you have to learn to work with different people with different personalities. That's very important. And you also have to learn how to be disciplined. Like what I always say, you have to be disciplined. You have to work. You have to make sure that what you're doing with your work will really contribute to the company. Minsan kasi yung mga, we call them, minsan kasi nagiging entitled yung mga kabataan because they think that they know everything. But it's very important to remain humble and learn from your seniors kasi they have experienced a lot in life. And before, we always say this kasi Grace na follow your dreams, ganon. But in the real world, that's not how things work, di ba?
True.
You have to save up first before you can actually, do whatever you like. And yun.
Right. I agree with you when you said, when you say follow your dreams, there's a lot to it. It's not just literally following your dreams.
Thousands of tasks.
True.
Actually, thousands of tasks stand between you and your dreams.
True.
But if you're persistent and if you're motivated and disciplined with what you really want, then nothing will stop you.
I agree. You and me, sister. I agree with you. Ms. Trish, thank you so much for sharing with us your corporate experiences and your knowledge on the importance of networking in terms of maximizing your impact. But before you go, let us have some challenge, Ms. Trish. I heard that you're a good performer back in college.
I'm just a host.
So this challenge, we call it Sing It Like. This is adapted from the Jimmy Fallon show. So this is how it works. I'm going to pick one random song and one random situation, and you will sing a song like you were in that situation. Does it make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I get it.
Okay, let's start. The song is Fight Song, and you sing it like you just got a Botox.
So parang madagdagan
Yeah.
yung cheeks ko naman.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Oh my gosh. Sige, 1, 2. Okay, I would sing this like I just got a Botox. Funny minute. Alright, 1, 2, 3. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I've still got a lot fight left in me.
Yay! Thank you. One more. Let's have one more, ma'am. Very nice voice.
Sabon daw?
One more. So the next song is Breathless. And sing it like you're trying to hold back a sneeze.
Breathless. Okay. You're trying to hold back a sneeze. Saan mo kayo, Grace? Pinuangan ko ninyo. Ayan lang. Saan sa man lugar na buhat to do it? You're trying to hold back a sneeze. Sige, ganito na lang. Okay, 1, 2, 3. The daylight's fading slowly, but time with you is standing still. I'm waiting for you only. The slightest touch and I feel weak. Okay, yun?
Yes. Okay, thank you so much, Miss Trish. Such a performer. Nice kayo og voice. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. It's my honor.
It's our honor too. Very nice voice and very wide experience. I hope that we all learned something from Miss Trish tonight, and to our alumni guests for tonight. Just remember that career development at its core is about setting goals and acquiring the skills to achieve those goals. Thank you everyone who tuned in with us this evening, to our dear alumni trailblazers, to the students and faculty who tune in with us as well, and most especially to our alumni guests for tonight, Ms. Tricia Sandalo and Ms. Anok Josh Tan, to the whole Career Center team, and to everyone who made this evening's session successful. This has been your host, Grace Rojo, and it was indeed a lovely chikahan with you guys. Join us again next time for another episode of Alumni Talks, your success stories, our legacy. Good night!